What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Leigh Wood versus Michael Conlan, and this was a 12-rounder for the WBA Featherweight World Championship, and this fight was Saturday, March 12th from the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham, England, and this fight was broadcasted on DAZN, and in this fight, Leigh Wood does it again. He gets a shock 12th round knockout victory over Michael Conlan. What a fight. What a knockout. I mean, this fight was insane. Oh, man, it was one of the best fights of the year thus far. Brutal knockout, insane finish. I mean, what a fight this was for both fighters. And, Leigh Wood's hometown, this was just an insane knockout. Leading up to the stoppage, I had it 7-4 in favor of Conlan. And I thought Conlan was just winning this fight based off of his boxing. But there was 3 knockdowns in total. In this fight, it was just a crazy fight. I mean, it could have been like 6-5. It was really that type of fight, 6-5, 7-4, somewhere around there. But it looked like that Conlan sort of had the edge going into that 12th round. But just to break down later, I mean, it was a crazy finish. So first of all, in the first round, after a strong round for 2 minutes and 50 seconds of it, then a strong round for Wood in round 1, but then in the last 10 seconds, Wood gets hammered with a straight left to the chin. I thought Wood was knocked out cold. He was flat on his back, but suddenly rose up and was able to continue. I mean, that was a brutal shot from Conlan. Then in the second round, Wood was also hurt, and it was with a nice left hand to the top, and he was just wobbled trying to hold on. Then the same in round number 3, he was sort of buckled a bit, but this was with a right hook. I mean, he could have stepped on Wood's foot, maybe, but it looked like it was the right hook that landed first. So yeah, and moving on with this fight, I mean, there was just some crazy rounds, specifically like round number 7. Both men were exchanging. They were exchanging leather. I mean, this was a crazy fight. Both of them were landing some of the biggest shots they could throw. I mean, I was shocked that Conlan was taking them because Conlan has never really been tested, but then his chin really got tested later on. So then, yeah, at that point, at one point I had Conlan ahead like 7-0. I mean, I thought Conlan won like the first 7 rounds, and then Wood picked it up and started to really just go for it and really show that he had the heart and had the dog in him to continue on and to outfight and outwork Conlan, because as the later round started, Wood started to come forward a lot more, throw big power punches. Didn't even matter if he got hit, he just kept coming forward. And then that worked out because in the 10th round, Wood was able to land some big combinations on Conlan, back him up. Even though he was getting hit also to the body, he was still backing up Conlan to the ropes. And then in the 11th round, it was a huge round for Leigh Wood after a pretty strong start for Michael Conlan, where it looked like, okay, maybe Conlan might have edged this and Wood might need a knockout. No, Conlan got hit with, it sort of looked like a slip. I mean, I honestly do not know the call. It's such a 50-50 call. Conlan got hit with a straight left to the chin, but as he was getting hit, his leg sort of slipped out from under him. So I am honestly not even too sure if it was a slip or a knockdown, but he did land a punch, so the referee did have to call it. But yeah, it was a really close call. But then in round number 12, Leigh Wood went out guns blazing, trying to knock out Michael Conlan. He knew he needed a knockout here. He knew what the scorecards possibly could have been at this point in the fight. So he came forward, threw big combinations on Conlan, backed him up to the ropes, and I was thinking, Conlan does not look right. He might get dropped. Actually, he might get stopped. Then Conlan got hit with a 1-2 combination on the ropes. He slumped over. It looked like he was out cold, then fell through the ropes. And yeah, he fell head first on the ground. I do hope he's okay, because he did take a very hard fall to the ground from outside of the ring. My prayers to him. I hope he comes out 100% okay from this, because he could have really damaged his head or neck from that fall or something like that. I just hope he's okay. So, yeah, this was a brutal fight. Insane fight. Definitely fight of the year contender. Both men exchanged knockdowns. What a fight this was. Props to both fighters. At that point in the fight, I was thinking my prediction might be right, where it was a split decision win for Conlan, but no. As many people were predicting, it was a knockout win late in the fight. Late in the fight for Leigh Wood. Another 12th round knockout. Brutal victory. Leigh Wood proved a lot here. So with that being said, what is next for him? Leigh Wood getting this insane victory. I would love to see him face Leo Santa Cruz for the WBA super title if Santa Cruz does or is willing to defend that belt, because he still has it, even though he hasn't defended it for 3 years. And if Santa Cruz is not going to fight Wood, then he should get stripped of that super title, and then Wood should get upgraded and then fight someone highly ranked by the WBA, or fight a top-tier guy like Mauricio Lara, or even the winner of Warrington and Kiko Martinez too. But as for Michael Conlan losing here for the first time in his career, he put up a valiant effort and was definitely ahead versus the world champion, scored a knockdown, was fighting a good fight, but then he got caught and was just getting outworked later on in the fight. So, I mean, I think Michael Conlan's still top tier in the featherweight division. He proved a lot in this fight, was able to bang with a top tier guy. I think he's going to have to take a long break from this fight because, I mean, it was a brutal fight, and, I mean, who knows if he did have a big injury from that fall, but, yeah, he'll probably take on a fighter who's top 15 in the weight class, possibly get like win an eliminator, maybe fight for another title, something like that. But he definitely should be taking on guys in the top 15 in the featherweight division, as he's a very tricky, very good, well-skilled southpaw. So overall, Leigh Wood brutally knocks out Michael Conlan in the 12th round to successfully defend his WBA featherweight world title for the first time. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.